Welcome, Central Kitsap Middle School families. My name is Scott McDaniel, and I'm principal here at Central Kitsap Middle School. As we get started, I want to begin by introducing a couple of staff members. Mickey Paulson is one of our assistant principals. She is here in the building each and every day. Doyle Clauser is another assistant principal. He is here every other day as he's split between our building and Central Kitsap High School. In the main office, we're also assisted by Kim Carroll. She's our Dean of Students and our Athletic Director. As Dean, Kim helps us in the cafeteria and in the hallways. She gets to know students. And as an Athletic Director, she does manage all of our athletic programs. We have a great counseling department, which is David Keller and Morgan Collins. They are our counselors. And this year we have a counseling intern who will be assisting, and that's Lisa Gerlach. As we get started for the year, we want to highlight a couple of ways to communicate with us. First and foremost, our main office number is 662-2300. If for some reason your student is sick, please call our attendance line, 662-2330. That's in the middle of the night. If they're not feeling well, please call and leave a message and we'll get the absence cleared. One of the things that we do want to note is with attendance, we want students to be here whenever they can. We want them here every day. So what that means is if they have a fever or if they're throwing up, those would be two examples of when to stay home. Basically, everything else, we want them here as much as possible. So please call and talk to us if there's any reason why you're having trouble getting students to school. We're happy to help. So our staff does operate off of email, and in front of our main office, we do have an email list with all of our staff names. Email addresses are also accessible in our Parent Connect. And so there's another video on our website here that'll show you how to get into that and find a way to connect with teachers. We use phone messenger frequently in this school, so that's either phone messages or emails coming out to families. I do find that if you click the unsubscribe button, you will not get future messages. So I do encourage you to leave that on. We have weekly newsletters and important announcements that we send out via School Messenger. We do have a school website, ckmiddle.ckschools.org. On there is important information about our school, our counseling website, athletic programs. There's lots of great stuff, and we do try to keep that updated as best we can. And our district website is at ckschools.org. One of the things that you should expect is this year we do send home a weekly newsletter. On Fridays, this comes home to families. And it has important information about programs, calendar dates, as well as a section for our PTA. We do hope that you take the chance to read that. There's lots of great information about programs and clubs and activities for students. Our teachers, many of them have websites. They also use Remind and some other instructional tools. As we get into the year, and also as you preview their videos this evening, you're going to find that many of them have this set up for you already. So we do encourage you to check those out. Parent Connect is another video that we've highlighted in this website, and that shows you how to get in to check grades and attendance for your student. You can also set up weekly updates for them. Our school also has a Facebook site and a Twitter page. We also have an Instagram account, and all of them are CKMS Cub Pride. That's the handle that we operate from. We do have a great parent-teacher association, and so this Thursday, they're going to be here to visit with any families that come for our open house. And so we do encourage you to check out their Facebook page. That's CKMS PTA. They also have a website, which is ckmspta.weebly.com. And so in either case, please consider helping out the PTA or volunteering. They're a great organization. They do a tremendous amount for our school. As we move forward, our counseling department, David Keller is the primary counselor for all of our 7th graders and 6th graders with the last name K through Z. Morgan Collins is our counselor for all of our 8th grade students and students with the last names A through J in the 6th grade. Linda Roberts is our counseling secretary, and she supports both of our counselors with student requests and many other activities. Here in the coming weeks, we are going to be doing a needs assessment with our students. And what that does is it's a survey that we give students that gives us a chance to find out what their needs are and what they'd like us to focus on in counseling for the year. Also, for all of our families who have free or reduced lunch, your student does qualify for a college-bound scholarship. If you qualify for free or reduced lunch and you sign up by the end of eighth grade. College tuition and books is paid for by the state of Washington. So it's a tremendous deal that can be applied to any state university. There are also some rules for going out of state. So I do encourage you, if you qualify for that program, we're going to be asking you to sign a form. Please do so. As we get started, you're going to find that many times your student may have some changes as they're starting up the year, especially for sixth grade students who are first coming to middle school. First thing is that students may be very tired when they get home. Middle school is a very social place. It's a very active place. Students expend a lot of energy talking with friends and getting to know people. And when they get home, they may be exhausted. The second part is that students start to change their focus from me to we. They start to talk about their friends more and look for relationships beyond just their inner circle. As students progress into middle school, we really want them to try new things. So part of our elective programs, what we do here at the schools, we want them to have a variety of experiences so that when they get to high school, they kind of know the direction they want to head. As students jump into middle school, they may withdraw from you. That's very typical for middle school students to do that. The key thing that we want to encourage your student to do, and I think a way that you can work with your student as they're starting to do that, is to get them involved in something. Get them into a club, a sport, or an activity. Get them involved. That'll keep them excited about school. One of the things that I know is a big fear for parents and also for staff is harassment and bullying. It's definitely been in the news, and it's something that we are all watching for on a daily basis. As we move forward, I want to make sure that we're all consistent about our approach to harassment and bullying. First, this is a series of repeated or intentionally cruel incidents often involving the same people in the same roles. Sometimes it can be a single interaction, but usually it takes multiple occurrences for it to turn into a harassment or bullying situation. The intention is to put the victim into some sort of distress, and it can really interfere with kids' education. One of the things that we find in middle school is often students don't understand the difference between a peer conflict and true harassment, intimidation, or bullying. Often what we see are students might be in the same grade, maybe they've been friends for a long time, but they have a falling out. They have a conflict. And when there's a conflict between equals and peers, then it probably is not a form of harassment, intimidation, or bullying. It's probably a conflict. Often these might be spontaneous or occasional, they're accidental. Often both of the people involved really feel bad and they want to try and fix the situation, and there's not someone trying to dominate the situation. When we get into a true bullying situation, usually there's some sort of imbalance in power, and so that might be an older student to a younger student. Sometimes it's a social group against a particular student. Usually it's repeated over time. It's a very intentional act. There's an unequal emotional reaction where the aggressor is really trying to make the other student feel bad. And often there's not a desire to try and fix the situation. So in talking with students, we want to really highlight the fact that when there's conflict, we want to work through other ways to find solutions. Some of that's coming to the office and talking about it. Some of it might be talking to a counselor and finding some alternate ways to work through the situation. The biggest thing that we want you to know is for harassment and bullying, we want you to know that to report it. Please call the office and talk to one of us. Let us know what you're hearing. Send us an email. Don't let it sit. Don't think that it's going to get better. If you see it, please report it. Call it in. Here in the office, we do have a reporting form that we either fill out when you call in and talk to us on the phone, or you can fill it out if you come into the office. Once the form is filled out, we are held to a legal mandate to investigate the situation and talk to both families involved and move forward in that direction. So please, it is important to get these things reported so that we can do some follow-up. This year, we're going to have some pretty exciting changes for our students. This is a graphic representation of the front of the new middle school. Here soon, we'll be sending out some pictures and videos of our new facility. In April of this year, we're going to be moving students over to the new building, and we will finish the year in this location. If you've been up the Anderson Hill Road before you get to the roundabout, you'll see a new driveway going up the hill. that actually leads to this entrance. This is the middle school entrance, and that is the parent drop-off. So that's where you drop your students at the new school. As we move inside, this is a graphic representation of our cafeteria. And so you can see the upper floor is where our library is, the bottom floor is the main office, and then cafeteria tables. To the left is where the buses come in, and to the right is where the parent drop-off is. Should be a fantastic facility for our students once we get into it in the spring. Here's an example of the gym in the new building. So it'll be quite an amazing space, I can assure you. There's great excitement amongst our staff and our students, and I can't wait to be able to bring you all into the new facility later this year. One of the things that I've spoken to the students about on the first day is the fact that I want them to have hope. I told them a very personal story about my life, in the sense that I need them each and every day to have hope that they're going to do great things here at our school. That means that we've been working with staff to ensure that students never feel like doors are closed, that there's always options to be successful. Occasionally, things are going to go wrong. Students may not get something turned in, or a grade might not be where they want it. And so we want students to know that they can be resilient. And that when things go wrong, that they can persevere and find good solutions to move forward. The last thing that I want to bring up is that the message that we've had for staff and for students across the board is the fact that we believe in them. We told students on the first day of school that I told students that I believe in you. In fact, I think it goes beyond that, where our staff believes in them. So we gave them the message across the board that we believe in you. You're going to be seeing this throughout our school this year. We truly believe in your students. We believe in the impact of community and the fact that we are all one partnership. With that, I want to welcome you to the 2018-19 school year. It's going to be an absolutely fantastic year, and go Cubs.